What is up, future millionaires? Welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Ellie, aka Ellie Talks Money. So in today's video, I actually want to talk to you guys about advice I would give my 20-year-old self. So if you are in your 20s right now, if you are in your 30s, I just turned 30, but still looking for ways that you can change your situation, I'm going to tell you guys some things I would have definitely done different could I turn back time. So grab a notebook, grab a pen, and let's get into these gems.
Ellie talks money to create the better days. Business, money, life, the Ellie way.
All right, y'all, welcome back into the video. So today we're going to take a little trip down memory lane. And again, for those of you who are watching this and you are in your 20s, this is super important. For those of you who are watching this and you've already passed your 20s, this is still important because some of the advice I would give myself may be things that you haven't quite done yet. And so you still have time to make these changes. Number one thing I would tell my 20-year-old self right now, if I could, would be to be more confident and to believe in yourself 1000%, right? There's a lot of talk right now about Kanye West, and while I don't agree with everything that he's done, one thing I do admire about Kanye West is how fervently he believes in himself, how much, even almost to the point of egoism, how much he believes that he can do anything. And what I want us to take from that is that you have to be your number one biggest fan. You have to be your number one supporter. And a lot of the time, especially in our 20s, we spend so much energy doubting ourselves and questioning who we are and questioning if we can do it, that we never just jump into things with 100% energy because we don't truly believe that it can happen for us. And I would completely change that in myself. I'm a lot more confident now than I was in my 20s, but if there was some advice I could give to her, I would say, girl, there's only one of you. You, as far as we know, only come to this life one time. You better do it. You better do it all. You better believe in yourself. You better go after it. Even if it doesn't work, still go after it. Try something else. You know, a lot of why many people do not become wealthy, do not become millionaires or beyond that, is because we don't often take a chance. We don't take risks on ourselves. And being an entrepreneur, the reason my confidence is so much higher now is because you have to be confident in yourself in order to go out there and say, hey, hello, this is my business. Come and support my business, and I promise you it'll be worth it. That takes confidence. That takes guts. And I want more of us to have that instilled in us from a young age so that there is no doubt, there is no fear. Okay? Second thing I would tell my younger self is to start investing. Very serious, straight face. Listen, y'all, you cannot afford to go another day without investing in the stock market, in real estate. Leaving your money in a bank account is not enough. And I didn't know this. You know, I didn't even know what my credit score was until I was in my second year of college. And they started talking to us about how eventually our student loans will be due. And if we don't pay, it affects our credit. And I'm like, what's credit? So you see what I mean. We have to start getting very aware of our finances and start investing from a young age. I wish I could have started as a child. That's why I'm investing for my children now. Even if you're beyond 20, this is still something you must do today. And here's an easy way you can start investing right now. Download the app called Acorns. It is literally going to take whatever spare change you spend. So for example, if you spend $1.50, it'll round up to the next dollar to $2, and that 50 cents, it'll start investing for you. So while that's not a lot, it's a start. You can also download apps called Ellievated, which is for women specifically. And it helps you design your goals and tells you how much you need to invest on a weekly or monthly basis in order to achieve those goals. You can start with $20. You can start with $100. But $100 in 10 years in the stock market is much different than $100 in 10 years in a bank account. In 10 years in a bank account, you might have accrued 10 cents because it's 1%. in 10 years in the stock market, your money will have grown at least another $100 because of the fact that it's 10%, or at least another $10. But you guys see what I'm saying? So imagine that compounded and multiplied. Definitely something I would have told my younger self. The third thing that I would tell my younger self is to take my time, especially as it relates to relationships, right? I don't know about you all, but I got married at age 20. I had basically just turned 20. I met him when I was 19. And I had my first child, at 21. I had my first baby 7 days after graduating, or 7 days before graduating college. He was in the audience when I walked across to get my diploma. So I would have told myself to take my time. Now, of course, I'm very grateful for the way that things happen because nothing happens by mistake, but there is something very powerful about discovering a little bit more about who you are and being confident in yourself before deciding to align your life with a person, and as well before deciding to bring a life into the world, right? We're very much still kids ourselves in a lot of ways. It doesn't even matter how old you get, but if you're not in a financial situation to take care of yourself, it's not time to have no babies. If you're not in a mental situation to take care of yourself or feel confident in yourself, it's not time to have any babies. So I would definitely be something that I would recommend is to take my time, and connected to that, to also not feel like, I remember feeling very much that I had to rush, because I was already married, because I had kids. I kept feeling like I was late. There were all these other successful people around me and I was just behind, right? You are right on time. If you're watching this and you're 30 years old, if you're watching this and you're 40 years old, if you're watching this and you're 60 years old, you are right on time. You're where you need to be. It's not too late, but you do need to take action, right? It isn't too late to turn things around, but you do need to start taking action now. That doesn't mean that you have an excuse to be lazy, but you don't need to be beating yourself up. You just need to start taking action. So let me know in the comments below, what pieces of advice would you give to your younger self? If you are, 30 right now, what would you tell your younger self? If you're 50 right now, what would you tell your younger self? If you're 20 right now, what are you currently dealing with that you need assistance with? It's my goal to help you guys not only start businesses and scale them and create multiple income streams, but as well, my goal is to really help you be a person who makes money, sustains money, and builds wealth. And that is a character change and a lifestyle change. So comment down below and click right here to go into the next video. Bye.